What's up? What's up? Get it. Let's make sure I'm pumping out at maximum Wi-Fi capability here. My internet. Chat disconnected. Let's see what we can do about that. Uh, yes. It's good to be here. We've already lost one viewer. Fuck it. Oh, all right. Here we go. Here we are. It's just got to be a quick stream because I know Pat Dixon comes on at 8 o'clock. So I like to Jim. I like to oh, we're connected. All right, there you go. I'm a one-man army here. I wanted this to be about AEW Dynamite, which is just about ending right now. But I had a voiceover gig, so I was only able to watch the first match of the card, which was, and they're back at Daly's Plaza, bringing me some AEW realness. Um, and it was Claudio Castagnoli against Hangman Page. Tobias, I am on the best internet that I can be on. So I'm not sure. Hit refresh on your browser. That seems to help people when their Wi-Fi or internet is wonky. I am unfortunately, and I appreciate the Steve Austin reference. Um, I am in a dead spot of internet in West Hollywood where there's no towers around. So I have to move. Oh, you're in Canada. Okay. What part of Canada, may I ask? I'm a big hockey fan. And my Kings, they started out on fire, but now they're cooling off a little bit. So, oh, Winnipeg. I've been there. If you ever have a chance to say hello to Alex Iafallo, he loves me. David Chandler in the house. Sorry, just doing a little promoting. It is very cold, and I think when I did Winnipeg, um, it was -21. Money bags. I am not money bags, even though I am monetized now. So thank you to everyone listening, past, present, and future, um, of helping me get to 3,000 hours. And, you know, it's been, it was a pain in the ass, to be honest with you, because AdSense and YouTube, they don't make it very easy, to be frank. So I had to literally enlist the help of three of my comedy compatriots. I'm not a great fighter, Ross, to be honest with you. I I'm slow as shit. But if I can Let me see. I mean, I once got choked out by a 5'6" sheriff. I didn't know he was a sheriff at the time. And he did, if you listen, that's Lois coughing. I give you a little bonus sound effects here. Um, I would say at the time of this fight, I was, my height, 6'1". Yes, hit the like button. I have no goals financially, so I'm not online panhandling. Um, and I would say this dude was about 5'7", maybe 160. And he pushed me on my shoulder, and I turned around like that. And he choked me out. And I don't know exactly how long I was out for, to be honest with you, but probably 15 seconds. Wasn't very long. And I woke up, and he had these glasses on in his hand. And I'm like, "Hey, bro, those are $700 frames, man." And he's like, "All right, here, but behave yourself." I think Chandler's more popular than me in chat. Not Chandler, my ex. You know, send her a like too. I got no hard feelings. Um, so that's and then we the next season ended up playing on the same team. Now he doesn't know this, but I reached out to his team, said, "Hey, can I play with you guys?" And then he got transferred. So you can hit the line button too. I don't know. I'm just going to be a quickie because I know Pat Dixon comes on at 8 o'clock. I don't like to step on people's toes in terms of their streaming dollars or whatnot. I mean, I don't think Pat would mind, with my 15 listeners in chat. I don't think I'm taking too much money away from Pat. I am good Grimace in Pain. Um, a Deadpool fan. Oh, okay. Well, you can like who you like. In this, hello, Jay Santos. This is I always tell people this is a Dabbleverse light chat, but I also realize that you guys come in from other Dabbleverse shows, Steel Toe and um, MLC and Melton and what else is out there? Chad's show and Ray's show and Pat's show. So I'm just trying to be like a nice alternative, if you will, of hey, we don't have to talk shit in here or whatnot. But I will. Yes, those are new shoes on the counter. Uh, Man, William, you got some good eyes. I I'm usually an Air Jordan guy, but I bought these today. I don't know the basketball player's name. Maybe you guys know that. I don't know how to. Sorry, I don't know how to. I don't know. I mean, there's some basketball player shoes. I like to treat myself. I don't drink or smoke or do drugs. AEW, yes, Nick. So because I don't drink or do drugs, I can buy a pair of sneakers every now and then. Now with my super chat money, I have vowed to uh, put all of that, at least the first few months, I guess you'd say, in back into the show. I can't really do anything about the internet, but I can get a new iMac, um, which has a better camera. I mean, this iMac's only 2 years old. But I did get, has Stevie Lou begged to be on your stream yet? I don't have guests on this stream. But I am judging the Stevie Lou. Yeah, you're right on that, Clam. But I think I could get into the Dabbleverse in terms of, if I chose to participate in the basically the roasting shit. But as you guys know, I don't really roast people online. If I have something bad to say to you or about you, I'll say it to your face, and you can say whatever you want to say to my face. So, well, I mean, Chad's controversial, so I could see why Melton would want to chase him. Um, Days with Jordan the Lion. Wait, don't tell me. Oh, wait, Jordan, I'm behind on AEW, but I'm assuming that's why the Young Bucks are um, trending right now on Twitter. See, if I have my iPad open, my internet gets whack. So, uh, yeah, I mean, well, I think they respect Sting. Like, getting. I guess we should talk a little bit AEW, because that was the point of the stream tonight. And once again, after I'm done, hit Pat Dixon's stream on his YouTube page. It's very good. He had a very good interview last night with Steve Mudflap McGrew, who's like a really well-known road comic. No, I don't know how to do that shit, Jim. Uh, so yeah, I haven't talked about roast battle tonight, but oh boy, that main event they had last night. The main event they had last night in roast battle would not have been an undercard battle in my era, but I wash my hands of that show. I like the Dabbleverse, Clam. I mean, I don't like, I think when I started kind of souring on like any like relevant participation in the Dabbleverse is when a guy wished me bone cancer because I didn't vote for Ray in the roast, and he meant it too. Like I can tell when someone tweets they're just trolling me or whatever. But to sit there, the first part of the tweet was, "You're not funny. I don't like your calls on Elton's show or MLC. You had nothing." That's trolling. That's fine. I can deal with that. And he's like, "I hope you fucking die of bone cancer." Now I've had a friend of mine, and Jordan may know of this person, Fat James. He was a Comedy Store comic. As a matter of fact, if you've seen the movie Windy City Heat, Fat James is in the movie. He died of bone cancer. And let me tell you something. If you've seen what bone cancer does to a person, you would not wish that on anybody. I'll put it this way. I wouldn't even wish that on Jeff Ross. And then a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, someone had they DM'd me. Oh, it's saying that that Barry Ribs won that fucking roast against Pat Dixon. I hope you fucking die of AIDS. Like, what? I mean, that is mental illness when you message a stranger over the results of a Zoom roast battle. But, yeah, I don't think I'll do call-ins. I like to work alone. I know, William. Sorry, it's not open right now. My iPad is shut. I don't really watch WWE, Guggy. So I'm an AEW man. Yeah, welcome to the business. Oh well, Dottie Three Reps, you can send me your DM me on Instagram, and I'll send you the dick pic because you've been a loyal follower. Any guys want to see the famous Earl dick pic? It's at least a $10 chat. Sorry, like I said, when I get monetized, I will never ask for money. but since you're asking for a product back, I have to charge you for that. So, and this is a situation where I really don't hope I get a super chat for that. I mean, who wants to see a dude's dick pic? That's a dude. I know. I'm just gonna call you Jim. So I bet you will, Dottie Three Rips. Oh my God. Stop it, Jay Santos. Jay Santos, 4.99. Beige Frequency came out with a video on The Rock today. It was really on point, in my opinion. Did you see it? Um, I did not. Now, this is saying, uh, let's celebrate the third super on a live stream. I don't believe I saw any other live streams or supers. Yes. Apparent. Thank you, Jay Santos. Yeah, I'm an AEW guy. Thank you very much, Jay, for that. Oh, this is your third super chat on a live stream. Okay. So this is a heart. Okay. See, that's how that heart is for Jay. Let's all send Jay a heart. Well, I like to go to XPW wrestling, but that's just because Cold C, you're out of control. Cold C. I don't want any fake accounts following me. And remember, this will be a quick stream because let me see what time it is. It's 7:14. I know Pat Dixon goes on at 8 p.m. sharp, so I will end my stream at 7:55. Oh my God, Peter the Chicken Man Brennan, $2. Do you know about any online comedy contest? Well, it's funny you say that, Peter the Chicken Man Brennan. Dante from Golden Artist Entertainment is now doing an online comedy contest. If you go on, I don't know how to say his last name. Peter, you don't have to super chat it. Just spell it out in regular. Dante Ruschio Selli is. Just tell him I sent you. Thoughts on the Glow ladies? The real ones, not the show. I mean, who are the real ones? Did you watch the Little People Wrestling? No, go on Pat's stream. Well, no, I'm gonna work out after this, because if you go on Pat's stream, that's 2 to 3 hours. Like, I went on Pat's stream last Monday, and it was, like, great. It was, like, 3 hours, but I don't have it in me to do those, more than once every few weeks. That's why I like judging the, roast battles, on Kevin's show because it's, you're in and out in about a half hour. So, Stevie Lou and, Chad Zumach, January 30th. So, um, if I had electric last night, I might have watched it. All good, all good. I mean, I appreciate, uh, all the people listening. I'm just trying to the whole purpose of me doing these live streams isn't the financial aspects, is just trying to get my name out there more, as a 25-year comic. I don't think a lot of people really know who I am. And ironically, I would say on the streets of LA and wherever I go, I get recognized a few times a week from Roast Battle. And Chick-fil-A, my voice has been because I was on the Jellies, the cartoon with Tyler, the Creator. Every single time I have gone to Chick-fil-A, which I will never go to Chick-fil-A again anymore with my credit card, and this is a public service announcement coming. Um, the kid taking my order, because I usually hit the drive-through, says, "Are you the dad on Tyler, the Creator's show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be bigger than Steel Toe. I'm not doing, like, a show every day, sometimes 2 a day, like, yes, well, here's why. So, and it actually was for some reason when I was trying to sign up for AdSense and YouTube. I said, "Let me check my city bank account." I hadn't gone on in probably a year because I really had no reason to, and the amounts kind of were the same. Like I know how much is in my account at all times, loosely. And so I went over and I saw a Chick-fil-A app, $100. So I'm like, well, I've never spent more than $20 outside of maybe when me and Chandler would go there after a hike. I'd you know, like $30 or whatever. And then I scroll down a little bit more. Chick-fil-A app, $50. Scroll down a little more. Chick-fil-A app, $95. Chick-fil-A. And so I think that uh, now I'm going to assume the employees were in on it, but if you ever go to Chick-fil-A drive-through, they have these credit card. This is an Aviator Nation koozie, but like they look just like this. And here's my SAG card. Will cover up all pertinent information there. And so you to make your order, and then you put your card in the order like that. You slip it out, and I think the employees are in on the scam. Either that, or ironically enough, there's a large homeless community literally on the same side of the street has the Chick-fil-A, and I believe that someone may be doing a was it a not a skimming scam where they're, like, hiding in one of the homeless tents. They're probably not even actually homeless, and they, do what they do in a fishing, scheme or skimming scheme. So, if you go to Chick-fil-A, make sure you pay cash. I will probably never go there again, to be honest with you. So, um, which is unfortunate because I do like their chicken sandwich, but, I'm not gonna well, yeah, but I mean, and it was probably 10 charges from the Chick-fil-A app and then a random COVID test for, I think, $200. Now I will give, Citibank this. Within 2 days, they gave me all the money back. Of course, they did it under the provision of, "Hey, we have the right," I think, for 6 months to see if, you were up to something or whatever, but, I will give Citibank that. They were very good in their, um, handling of the case, and they were like, at the last thing they ask you when you get fraud is, "Are you willing to take these people to court if we find out who they are?" I'm like, "I'm the fucking comedy Mossad. I think you guys know how I roll. I don't forgive and I don't forget." So, those kids from Chick-fil-A on, Highland and Sunset, I'm coming for you, bitch. Uh, no, I don't go to massage parlors anymore. Uh, I just beat off now, it's a lot cheaper. Fast food chicken. Well, I do like the Chick-fil-A, the basic Chick-fil-A, the spicy chicken sandwich is pretty good. I did have one night I was hungry, this is like a year ago, I had a Jack in the Box, basically their Chick-fil-A, um, chicken type sandwich, it was horrible. I think I'm still trying to pass it out, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't eat at Pink's Stag. I've never had Pink's, if you can believe that. I don't really like hot dogs. Um, I think the last hot dog I had was, ironically enough, where I go to yoga, which is on Sunset in San Vicente. Before it was a yoga studio, it was like a celebrity hot dog owned restaurant, I guess, eatery. It was like they were trying to get Pink's, but on Sunset in San Vicente. Probably trying to get the whiskey crowd and the Whiskey A Go Go, and I think Sandler had something to do with it. I think Mike Binder, who did the Comedy Store documentary, tried to, um, you know and it just I ate like a veggie dog, and I literally had diarrhea for 4 days. I mean, so you prefer tube steak. Ma 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 ma. I don't know about that, but those escorts use Chick-fil-A as a laundry. I mean, there are escorts in that area. Um, I did not. I don't go to massage. Oh yeah, well because you donated the last stream because I'm a great guy. Like William said, I'm a bartender. If you like what I do, tip me. If not, listen for free. David Chandler, I'm done with the Dabbleverse. A bunch of ungrateful phonies. Well, uh, you know, I mean, David, I think I think they just rely on you and others to just show up and go donate money. I don't need the money. Do I like getting the money? Yeah. I mean, like, when I say I don't need the money, it doesn't mean I don't like it. So I just, I thought, well, uh, well, if you're done with the Dabbleverse, truly, if this is the real David Chandler, it's gonna be a lot of nervous people doing shows tomorrow. Um, yeah, you ain't kidding on that Zoom. Um, yeah, Mr. C, you'll be all right. They were all grasping to be relevant to someone. That's why I like me. I'm not reliant on anyone giving me money. So um, I said before I was monetized. And by the way, Jordan is one of the people who helped me get monetized. So you all should go to his um, channel, and when he's doing a stream, donate to him as well. That's something you won't get in the Dabbleverse. People saying donate to someone else instead of gimme, 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 gimme. I'm wearing a $280 hoodie right now. I don't give a fuck. And I got a free koozie because of it. Um, did you watch Bruce Kulick's interview with Adika show? I did not. I know Bruce. I was actually, well, you guys know the story. I was right next to him basically when he got shot. Who helped me monetize? Tracy Carnazzo, my friend Maria Bruguer, and Jordan. So, and I think there was one other. Adam from MLC said he would help, but he didn't. He just got too busy, I guess. But who dat? I mean, he's in chat right now. He's right above your name. Um, did you ever go to Santa Anita and play the ponies? I went to Hollywood Park. I went to Santa Anita. I went to Del Mar. And just so you know, I'm not bullshitting. My favorite, really, the first athlete I ever followed was Seattle Slew, um, who won the Kentucky. No, he won the Triple Crown in '78, and then affirmed. Um, won the next year too. It's very rare to have two horses win the Triple Crown back to back. And then I was obsessed. If you go on and look when you're done with this stream and Pat Dixon's stream, look up Vigors Santa Anita Handicap, Vigors. It's the greatest comeback in sports. He stumbles out of the gate, and when they hit the first turn, Vigors isn't even in the fucking camera shot. He's so far back, and then you figure it out. I don't want to spoil it. Uh, who are you talking about, William? About the watch story? Peter Chickaman Brennan. Peter, have you watched any of the Dark Side of Comedy episodes on Vice? I did not, because me and Chandler pitched them a show called Dark Side of Comedy. And I mean, I'm not saying whoever is in charge of what is on the air now stole the idea, but it is weird. Um, but we didn't. I think me and Chandler's version is registered in the Writers Guild, so they must have done something to get away with it. But because I had a great in my Dark Side episodes, or our Dark Side episodes would have been a lot better. Like I had Charlie Barnett, Freddie Prinze Jr. obviously, and the guy who jumped off the Hyatt, Steve Lebecken. I mean, because I think we all know the stories about Carlos Mencia stealing, but like, how many people really know the Charlie Barnett story? Do you miss Hollywood Park? I loved Hollywood Park because my dad was a legend there. So when we would leave at the end of the ninth race, they had like a valet guy there, but they would have in between when you're from like the exit to the valet, there's an area in between with an announcer who would announce to the valets, the high rollers who were coming out. And every single time you'd hear, Jim Skakel's car, please. Mr. Jim Skakel's car, please. Hello, Earl. And in Hollywood Park is just, I mean, Santa Anita is much prettier because the Pasadena foothills, but I have a lot of fond memories of Hollywood Park, the Forum, and sometimes I would go to Hollywood Park and then go to the King game that night. I mean, that area, it's a shithole, and it still is. I don't care if there's a $2 billion stadium there or not, but um, Vince the lawyer never had distracting fluorescent lights backlighting your. I don't think so, Vince. People seem to like it, Vince. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, Seattle Slew. Here's the great thing about Seattle Slew. The Ngannou Fury fight. I mean, I think Ngannou, uh, he's legit. I think Fury probably took him too lightly. Seattle Slew was brought at auction for $2,800. John Henry was a great horse. I think Vigors was the most exciting horse. Um, and then Seattle Slew had some good babies. I think Tsunami Slew, Slew of Gold, and there's a couple other um, descendants of Seattle Slew who was very good. Um, no, Vince the lawyer, you can. I mean, Vince, I could understand if I was going like that, but I think see, I just it's subtle. Um, Sting, Scorpion, dropkick Hobbs onto tables. That's more important than Vice. Don't tell me. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it. Are you going to the Jericho cruise? I'm not. I think I'd get sick on a cruise, so I don't want to do it. Dark Side of Comedy presents Gaylord Dangler. I mean, hey, that would be an interesting episode, though. Don't play with knives. Only ask one question at a time. Don't block people. I'm not blocking anyone. I don't think horses are dying like they used to. Yeah, I mean, Santa Anita is definitely a beautiful. Del Mar is probably the prettiest track, but I do miss Hollywood Park. Are you talking about Santa Anita, Jordan? Oh, you mean red light? Oh, I no, my. Imagine if it was a black light. Oh, no, this couch is pretty clean. The old couch. Woo. If my podcast guests only know what they were sitting on. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Precisionist was a slew offspring. Uh, I mean, I cried when Seattle Slew lost to, I think, J.O. Tobin. At, I want to say they were starting to overuse Seattle Slew, but I get it. I mean, man, I don't think there's ever been a better uh, um, investment when you think of what Seattle Slew's owners made, not just off of Seattle Slew, but the babies, Slew of Gold, Tsunami Slew. There's a couple other slews, and then Precisionist. I didn't know. Can you DM me on Instagram, Jay, a list of Seattle Slew's babies? Um, I mean, you got to. I mean, listen, I get it. It's a tough economy right now. Everyone's desperate. Um, they got meds for what, Nathan? I don't know if you're just crosstalk or whatnot. Uh, well, by the way, I am before I forget it in what is that show? True Crime Investigative Reports. My episode is out January 29th. Oh, slow. So see, I didn't know. Um, how are those horse racing flapjacks? I don't know. Was Seattle Slew a boy or a girl? Oh, meds for seasickness. Yeah. No, I know. I think it's called Ativan or Ativar or something like that. Uh, but can you imagine being sick on a cruise with a bunch of 80s metal rockers and all those old bags? I'm good, man. And I'll be honest with you, Jericho hasn't asked me. So, uh, my friend, let me see. I don't like looking shit up while I'm on the air. By the way, 7:32. We'll go for about another 25 minutes before. Hold on. Let me. I was interviewed because my friend Lori Donna, who was try not to cry while I talk about it. She was murdered by her husband. She was on a very early inappropriate Earl podcast. Let me see what this show is called. You think I know what the show is called? Let me see. It's how blind I am. I feel like go like that. The show is called Death by Fame, and I think it's on the Discovery um, channel. The ID network. Sorry. Well, I guess that is. Hold on. I'm trying to. Let's see. Yes, it's on the Discovery. I mean, here we are. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but makes me kind of sad. So I don't know. Can't. So, but I was. They interviewed me on her. Trying to get the. Hold on here. Let me check my text. You'd think I would know the name of the show I was interviewed on, but she was awesome. She did, like Jordan said, she dated. What am I? Sloth from the Goonies. She dated the Ultimate Warrior, and man, I can't. The ID Network, I think it's called. Death by Fame. So let me see if I can look up that Death by Fame. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. She was awesome. Like, and I guess they randomly. Let's see, trying to get the fucking. You'd think they would give the. I don't know. Look up Death by Fame. I think it's on the ID network, if that sounds right to people. Um, and um, I think Jim Jeffries is in episode. He was involved in, or he wasn't involved, but his friend was involved in some weird murder. Um, so it's like the dark side of LA. Yeah, yeah. ID Network. I want to. It's and something to do with the Discovery Channel or Discovery Network or something. I'll post about it when I. Here's how you spell her name. But she was because I had dinner with them. So they were asking me my thoughts on it, and the dude was kind of weird. It's a really sad story. Like she was set to be the next Judge Judy, so um, it's just so that episode airs January 29th, and yeah, I mean, I like Jim. I mean, I've met him a few times. He's nice when he's not drunk, but when he's fucking blasted, like he pounds booze like nobody's business. Like it's bad. So, but he seems to be surviving, I guess you'd say. Um, so let's get back to the horse racing talk. But I love you, Laura Donna, because they had a kid, and like the kid was really recently just born, like right before she got killed, like maybe a year old. So he's in jail. She's dead, um, and she comes from a family of cops. So he better hope he stays in prison. I don't know if he appealed. I'm assuming he did. I mean, he was like a male model, and like it's just like, God damn, man. Some people got life by the balls, and they still fuck up. Um, but yeah, it's a sad story. But uh, she, we became very good friends, and I think there was a little bit of flirtation there. I mean, obviously, she never would, we never would have hooked up because she was married or whatever. Um, but we always enjoyed each other's company, and she let me put on the. I'll post the pictures like when the episode airs um, of the jacket the Ultimate Warrior gave her. I'm not sure if they dated or they just did whatever, but yes, Ace, that is a good song. Uh, you can't go wrong, AC/DC with that. So that's my next TV appearance. I haven't been on TV in a minute, and I'm not really that happy that this is my next TV appearance. But I tried to do her memory justice. It is weird though. I've always seen those, when they interview someone, a friend who died, and they're not really involved in the story, but they did know them. That I was finally one of those people. So it was really weird. The interview was done in like an Italian church in Pasadena, so it's really creepy. Like it was like eerie, but I guess that's what you're going for. You need to hang out with Dave Taylor more. I love Dave Taylor, iconic, favorite all-time jockey. Yes, let's get back into horse racing. See, this is what I love about my stream over other people's streams is that uh, this is like a talk show where you guys can interview me or I can interview you guys. I loved Sandy Hawley. Um, Fernando Toro was great on the turf. I think Seattle Slew's main jockey was Jean Cruquet, I think. Yeah, Lafitte Pink Eye. Chris McCarron was great. I like the generation right before Chris McCarron. So like Shoemaker, Sandy Hawley, Fernando Toro. I'm trying to remember who Viger's jockey was because back then, though, you really stuck with the horse. And I think Vigers had a baby. I remember another white horse called Vigorous Vigers, but I can't find anything on that horse on online. And you'd think, horse racing's like it's kind of like Michael Jordan's kids. They didn't really turn out that good at basketball. I mean, I know LeBron James' kid is pretty good. I mean, the Ball brothers, Kinter Sermo, another great. I'm trying to think. I haven't thought about horse racing in a while, but horses, like, it's either feast or famine. Like some of Seattle Slew's offspring, great. Viger's offspring, you think just the speed genetics alone would make those horses good, but I don't know. Jay, can you let me know later if Vigers had any other babies that were good? I only remember Vigorous Vigers. Hello. The mayor here. I told my buddy in WeHo he has to make it point to go see you. Thank you, the mayor. I appreciate that. I don't really like horse racing movies. I think the best one, my friend Tony Longo was in it. What was it? I gave him a free membership to the gym. He walked in one day, Tony Longo, legendary character actor. And I'm like, hey, man, you're in 16 Candles and First and 10, man. Here's a freebie. I did it right in front of my manager, too. But she knew the deal. She gave out free memberships to all the guys. She was porking. Um, Earl, who is the most overrated modern comedian besides Matt Rife? And who deserves more attention in your opinion? Well, that would be me, to be honest with you. I mean, I can follow anybody. Uh, a vigorous virus was my nickname in high school. Pew! Most overrated modern comedian. I mean, I don't get Amy Schumer myself, but I mean, she's pretty big comic. Like, given like you can't really name one joke of hers. I think, but if you want me to say a male too, well, see, I don't think just because like a guy like Matt Rife gets super popular. Listen, the guy works it, and I have a soft spot in my heart for Rife because I've seen him on lineups in LA for like probably 8 years, and he fucking struggled for a long time, and he could only get booked at the Laugh Factory because he ran a show there. So I don't hate on the guy like most people do. And I don't know him. I don't want to open for him. I'm just saying, like, uh, thank you, Jay. No, no, you're not bogging down the chat. Uh, Ace Frehley new solo album coming out. Yes. But I want to answer the question most overrated male. It's a tough one. Because I don't equate overrated with super known. Like, listen, Bird plays theaters, state arenas. He just played the Honda Center. You're funny if you're playing a venue that big. You might not like them, but like, um, I would say Brendan Schaub. How about that? But I don't even know if he's a comic. So, yes, Tracy Carnazzo deserves much more attention. Uh, and I'm being serious when I say a clam, I need or I deserve more attention. Um, I mean, I follow famous comic after famous comic at the Comedy Store, and I do it pretty good. Is the Body by Earl card the same as the bus bench ads? It's kind of the same, but with a jacked picture, Marky Mark style. Moi. Amy is a big comic, large, large. That's funny, Colt. See, I get it. He wants to say Jeff Ross, but he's on a gag order. Well, I don't think anyone, like people are going to say, I'm going to say this because I don't like him, but like, how many times have you ever watched something Jeff said and go, he was really good? That's not overrated. How many times, for those of you who the weekly LA roast battle, did you walk out of the belly room and go, God damn, Jeff was the best part? Or go on any episode of the TV show Roast Battle and go, man, Jeff killed it in that episode. So, you well, but I mean, Brendan, I think, uh-oh, look out, Ray show just started. Well, I mean, what time is it? Because I don't want to interrupt. 7:45, so we'll go for 10 more minutes. Be hello, ACDC. That's funny. I mean, at some point I got to go on. Like, the other night I went on after Pat, and it was like midnight. Um, so for yeah, I just there's no money in it for me, Mayor, to travel across the country. Um, but I mean, honestly, like I'm not. People are going to sit there. I would say this even if I didn't like the guy. Like, watch anything on. Like the roast, he's not the funniest guy on the roast. Look at the last roast. What was it? The Alec Baldwin roast. Dr. Ken was funnier, and I'm not just saying that because I wrote for him, but like Caitlyn was funnier, and she's not even a fucking comic. Hell, I don't even know if she's a woman. Hello. I mean, she had the best joke when she looked at Blake Griffin, who was dating his daughter or her daughter, and was like, "Just remember, when you come to my house, you'll always be the second best athlete, bitch." I'm gonna make a point to come see you next time. Please do, Mayor. DM me on Instagram. I'll make sure you've got Good seats. I've never seen Ray do comedy, so I can't say he's good or bad, to be honest with you. The last thing you should do is worry about who else is in on what you should treat your show like it's the only show. You don't want to get grouped into the chat instead of in John or 100%. But I actually like Pat Dixon, so I try and be respectful of, he did start his show at 8 p.m. That's his, just like, I do my show Sunday nights, my flagship show, 7 p.m. So, like, if someone all of a sudden started a Sunday night 7 p.m. show, I think that's a little disrespectful. I don't own the time slot, but um, I also don't. I gotta go on at some point. I mean, when you break down the dabble world or whatever you want to call or all listening, you've got Melton now is on at 6 in the morning. Shuli's on around the same time. Then Chad's on. Then MLC. Then Ray. Then Pat. And whenever the other, Carlos Danger's on. Like so, if I were to sit there and be completely respectful of everyone's time slots, I'd go on at 4 in the fucking morning. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I like Rogan, like, I mean, Rogan, like, but he's the big dog. He can do whatever he wants. Um, but he's like, there's his podcast, and then everyone else's. That's really like, he's the number one comic and podcaster. And you know what? He's always nice to me, and that's how I judge people, how they treat me. So, there's that. Have you ever traded bobbleheads with Ray? No, I have not, Joe. I have not. Do you play pool or golf? I used to play golf a lot. Um, I used to play at my father's country club. Well, it's not his country club, but he was a member at Bel Air Country Club. And then when they moved to Florida, I joined Mountain Gate, which is a rare country club in LA where they let minorities play, Hispanics, blacks, Jews, Mexicans, Asians. And then the first day I joined, my clubs got stolen. Get the fuck out of here. I haven't played golf since. I mean, Rogan's stand up, I haven't seen enough of it I don't watch stand up. I want to do it. I don't want to watch it. It's America, Earl. Strongest show survives. Well, I think my show's different. Like, I'm not talking shit about Chad or Steel Toe or Shuley or Carl. Like, it's just not interesting to me. And I'm sure my numbers would be, I got 20 people in here right now. I'm sure if I turned this into a roasting podcast, I'd be at 100 people and super chats. Hey, make fun of this person, make fun of that person. Here's $5, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that. I'm actually in a happy place. So, you know, um, yeah, I mean, Grimace, it's just, but, I'm not, I talked to Tiger Woods, ACDC, uh, you know, well, yeah, but Nick, that's, listen, and, I don't tell other people who they should find funny, um, or like I'm sure there's people who love me as a comic, and then there's other people who are like this guy sucks. I learned a long time ago, no comic on earth, from Seinfeld to George Carlin to me to Boone Shakalaka, will ever have 100% audience approval. You could be killing, and there'll always be one person like, I just don't get it. Uh, Please don't into Dabbleverse. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm Dabbleverse adjacent, but I've even stopped going on shows, to be honest with you. I just want to, okay, we got about 8 more minutes. We'll go. Um, I just, the one thing I am grateful for on Roast Battle is if you wanted to talk shit about someone, you had to do it with them on the stage. And it's different. Like, you all can, you, whoever, could call Ralphie May fat online, send out a tweet, call him fat. There's no fear. But it's another thing to have a comic as quick as Ralphie was. And I don't mean like quick mind, uh, to have him 7 feet to your right. Call him fat to his face. See how that works out for you. Um, well, Brittany, I want to be respectful of Pat Dixon's stream. Thank you, Drake. I would say I love your abs, but I've never seen them. Hello, let's roast. Just kind of. Um, let me see. I get it. I used to work in theater. Yeah, I mean, I just don't watch stand up. Um, well, roasting your girlfriend. I roasted two girlfriends, and we broke up both times about a month later. A chat only roast. A chat only roast. Well, I mean, maybe one day I'll do a membership only stream, money from you guys, but it's like a once a year. Earl delves into the Dabbleverse, but I don't even want to do that. That doesn't even sound appealing to me. Um, I'll DM you for sure when I'm out there. Yeah, please do. Anyone in chat, if you're ever in LA, get your free tickets to the Comedy Store. Um, Brittany Fox, they just got a little too late to the party. What do you think is the Who do you think is the quickest off the cuff? Definitely Jeselnik, Rick Ingram, but that's more with crowd work than roasting. Ian Bagg, another. Um, I don't have mascara eyebrows. What are you talking about? These are real deal, Holmes. No unibrow either, brother. My pick for quickest off the cuff is Jim Norton as Chip Chipperson. I've never listened to that. I don't have a mugshot like Chad, and I love Jim Norton. I just don't. Jason Tebow, very quick, very funny. Well, L.A. comic, but I think he's in Indiana now. So we'll go about let me see, 3 or 4 more minutes. I'm not a huge fan of Stanhope, to be honest with you. I don't hate the guy. He's always nice to me at the Comedy Store. I don't even think he knows my name, but I watched one of his specials, and it's like, bro, you seem pretty bitter for someone so successful. I mean, but I don't hate on the guy. I mean, I could like someone as a person and not their comedy. Um, I think getting back to the overrated question, I think a lot of roast battle comics are overrated because they're not comics. They just, I can't tell you how many shows I've done with a roast battle comic, and I'm looping them all into one category because they all do the same thing. They'll go out there, they'll start bombing 2 minutes into their act because they haven't really worked on their material, their stand-up material, and then they start roasting the crowd, and it's like, do you think this crowd wants to get roasted by you after you've been bombing for the last 5, 10, 15 minutes? Fuck no. And they were like, I said to this one girl who, like, we did a show together, and it was a packed comedy club, and I had a good set because I start with the stand up and then I delve in, I go in and out of roasting. And she's like, well, you did the same thing. I'm like, yeah, but I did well for the first 20 minutes. You were bombing after 5. They're not going to, and I was trying to help her. I was like, they're not going to want to hear you roast. Um, I don't even talk shit to my girl, but she has a job with a pension. Good for her. Yeah, true. He gets a little bitter. Who gets a little bitter? Oh, you mean Stanhope? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not saying he's bitter. I'm just, I don't understand these headlining comics. Like Stanhope's a comedy legend. Uh, but it's like Bill Maher, same thing. Like, you're making. I mean, I don't know what Doug makes. I don't think he's a millionaire because he doesn't live that lifestyle. But he probably could be. He could live in a big house in the Hollywood Hills. Um, he headlines anywhere he wants, and he does door deals. He doesn't really do comedy clubs. He does door deals at like bars and shit, where he gets all the money and they get the booze. At least I think that's what he does. I don't know. What his door deals are, but he's very smart. He's a very good businessman. Um, so like, how could you be this fucking aggressive and bitter? Um, when do the gigs I do, you know, then you can be angry. So I'm probably going to call the stream right now, just so I can get out of the great Pat Dixon's way. We didn't really talk about AEW, but that's the great thing about my stream. It's like Sting. Whatever's for sure about Sting is that nothing's for sure. Whatever is a topic on my stream is, who knows. So thank you to the suit. Let me see who super chatted so I can thank them. Thank you, Jay Santos, Peter Chicken Man Brennan. I appreciate the love in the yes, Brittany. Well, I'm not sure. Thank you, Dottie. I'm not sure when my next stream will be. I mean, it'll definitely be Sunday night for sure. And I'll probably do one. Maybe I'll do like a Friday night stream. We'll start off talking a little AEW Rampage because Collision's too long of a show to cover, but Rampage is like an hour, so it's a pretty fast moving show. And I'll be at the Comedy Store. You too, Dottie. You should make everyone stream one day at like the time Stone Cold ran into every match and stunned everyone. Um, no, I don't like doing stream snipes. I don't know how to do it. Um, uh, oh, really? Well, I don't know what to say about that, ACDC. I advertised this particular stream, um, I think for the last 2 days. I mean, I usually just put out a tweet and something on Facebook, and take it from there. I don't know why. I mean, I set them like I'll probably set a YouTube alert tonight for Friday's stream, and then on Friday night for Sunday's stream. So I do appreciate you guys listening. Alex, Chad with his selfie stick vids, well, indeed. Oh my brothers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's out of my I'm heterosexual. I'm not on Facebook. Hello. I met some real slobs on Facebook dating, but that was back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean about 2 days ago. So thank you guys all for the questions and Jay and Chicken Man Brennan for the donations. Or the tips, I should say the tips. Like William Zoom says, think of me as a bartender. If you like what I do or did, past, present, or future, um, tip me. If you don't. I still have my Patreon. I'm going to. I don't want to say. Let me put in some of the links where you guys can help Daddy live his luxurious lifestyle. I'm going to put up my longer form videos of my stand up on Patreon. I didn't even notice the bell. Mhm. And then, see, this is what happens when you're a one man army. So I'm pretty easy guy to follow. 21 people listening, 21 likes. That's what I like to see. So go to Pat Dixon's stream right now. Pat's a good guy. I think I'm doing his show next week at some point. I will also be January 30th. Um, I will be judging the Zoom roast battle between Stevie Lou and Chad Zumock. And January 29th, my episode on the ID Network, talking about my good friend Gloria Donna Nessie, is airing. Check your local cable stations, I guess. That Chicano dude, I'm literally just ending. You need to start putting up some more podcasts to keep your views up. Yeah, I know. I am. I do have a one I'm releasing this week, and then I'm going to start doing some Zoom inappropriate Earls. So I'm motivated now that I know how to work Zoom reasonably well. to get the Inappropriate Earl brand back out there. Someone asked me to rebrand it and rename it, but I don't want to. You're the man, Earl. Glad I caught you live. I've been keeping up on replay, so I appreciate. Listen, it's because of people like you, the mayor, that I got to my fourth or 3,000 hours or whatever. And I'm actually pretty close to 4,000 hours now. These live streams really fucking like that one I did the other night, the 2.5 hour one, my first monetized stream. Uh, I think I don't know how they calculated, but for a 2.5 hour stream, it said I had 100 hours of listening time. So I am doing it, Alex. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I am doing it. So Earl Skakel, happy midweek. We'll see you Friday night. That is all.